Namaste. Today I'm going to read book 12, chapter 10 on the description of Mani Dvipa in the Maha Devi Bhagavatam. Om Vakratu Namakaya Surya Kodisa. Nida Viganam Kurvini Pasavakaya Susha. Mekadantai Vinyo Vakratu. Hari Om Tat Sat. Vyasa said, O King Janamajaya, what is known in the Shrutis, in the Subala Upanishada, as the Sarvaloka over the Brahmaloka, that is Manidvipa. Here the Devi resides. This region is superior to all the other regions. Hence it is named Sarvaloka. The Devi built this place of yore according to her will. In the very beginning, the Devi Mula Prakriti Bhagavati built this place for her residence, superior to Kailasa, Vaikunta and Goloka. Verily no other place in this universe can stand before it. Hence it is called Manidvipa, or Sarvaloka, as superior to all the lokas. This Manidvipa is situated at the top of all the regions and resembles an umbrella. Its shadow falls on the Brahmanda and destroys the pains and sufferings of this world. Surrounding this Manidvipa exists an ocean called the Suddha Samudra, many yojanas wide and many yojanas deep. Many waves arise in it due to winds, various fishes and conchs and other aquatic animals play. And here the beach is full of clear sand like gems. The seashores are kept always cool by the splashes of the waves of water striking the beach. Various ships decked with various nice flags are plying to and fro. Various trees bearing gems are adorning the beach. Across this universe there's an iron enclosure, very long and 7 yojanas wide, very high, so as to block the heavens. Within this enclosure wall, the military guards, skilled in war and furnished with various weapons, are running gladly to and fro. There are 4 gateways or entrances. At every gate there are hundreds of guards and various hosts of the devotees of the Devi. Whenever any Deva comes to pay a visit to the Jagadeswari, their vahanas, carriers, and retinue are stopped here. O King, this place is being resounded with the chimings of the bells of hundreds of chariots of the Devas and the neighings of their horses and the sounds of their hoofs. The Devas walk here and there with canes in their hands, and they are chiding at intervals the attendants of the Devas. This place is so noisy that no one can hear clearly another's word. Here are seen thousands of houses adorned with trees of gems and jewels and tanks filled with plenty of tasteful, good, sweet waters, O King. After this, there's a second enclosure wall, very big and built of white copper metal, an amalgam of zinc or tin and copper. It is so very high that it almost touches the heavens. It is 100 times more brilliant than the preceding enclosure wall. There are many principal entrance gates and various trees here. What to speak of the trees there more than this, that all the trees that are found in this universe are found there, and they bear always flowers, fruits, and new leaves. All the quarters are scented with their sweet fragrance. O King, now hear in brief the names of some of the trees that are found in abundance there: Panasa, Vakula, Lodra, Karnikara, Sinsapa, Deodara, Kanchanara, Mango, Sumeru, Linkucha, Hingula, Ila, Labanga, cat fruit tree, Patala, Muchakunda, Tala, Tamala, Sala, Kankola, Nagabhadra, Punaga, Pilu, Salvaka, Karpura, Ashvakarna, Hastikarna, Talaparna, Pomegranate, Ganika, Bandhujiva, Jamvira, Karandaka, Champiya, Bandhujiva, Kanaka Vriksha, Kalaguru, usually coiled all over with cobras, very black poisonous snakes. Sandal tree, Dati tree, Utica, Talaparni, sugarcane, cedar tree, Khadira, Bhalataka, Rauchaka, Kutaka, Bale tree, and others. The Tulasi and Malika and other forest plants. I think it's Tulasi, it says here the A, but it's Tulasi and Malika and other forest plants. The place is intersupersed with various forests and gardens. At intervals, there are wells, tanks, etc., adding very much to the beauty of the place. The cuckoos are perching on every tree and they are cooing sweetly. The bees are drinking the honey and humming all around. The trees are emitting juices and sweet fragrance all around. The trees are casting cool, nice shadows. The trees of all seasons are seen here. On the tops of these are sitting pigeons, parrots, female birds of the Mayana species, and other birds of various other species. There are seen rivers flowing at intervals, carrying many juicy liquids. The flamingos, swans, and other aquatic animals are playing in them. The breeze is stealing away the perfumes of flowers and carrying it all around. The deer are following this breeze. The wind-mad peacocks are dancing with madness, and the whole place looks very nice, lovely and charming. Next this Kamsea enclosure comes the third enclosure, wall of copper. It is square-shaped and 7 yojanas high. Within this are forests of kalpavrikshas bearing golden leaves and flowers and fruits like gems. Their perfumes spread 10 yojanas and gladden things all round. The king of the seasons preserves always this place. The king's seat is made of flowers. His umbrella is of flowers, ornaments made of flowers. He drinks the honey of the flowers, and with rolling eyes, he lives here always with his 2 wives named Madhu Shri and Madhava Shri. The 2 wives of spring have their faces always smiling. They play with bunches of flowers. This forest is very pleasant. Oh, the honey of the flowers is seen here in abundance. The perfumes of the full-blown flowers spread to a distance of 10 yojanas. The Gandharvas, the musicians, live here with their wives. The place round this are filled with the beauties of the spring and with the cooing of cuckoos. No doubt this place intensifies the desires of the amorous person. So king, next comes the enclosure wall made of lead. Its height is 7 yojanas. Within this enclosure, there is the garden of the Santanaka tree. The fragrance of its flowers extends to 10 yojanas. The flowers look like gold and are always in full bloom. Its fruits are very sweet. They seem to be imbued with nectar drops. In this garden resides always the summer season with his 2 wives, Shukra Shri and Suchi Shri. The inhabitants of this place always remain under trees, Otherwise, they will be scorched by summer rays. Various siddhas and devas inhabit this place. The female sensualists here get their bodies all anointed with sandal paste and all decked with flower garlands, and they stalk to and fro with fans in their hands. There is water to be found here, very cool and refreshing, and owing to heat, all the people here use this water. Next to this lead enclosure comes the wall made of brass, the fifth enclosure wall. It is 7 yojanas long. In the center is situated the garden of Hari Chandana trees. Its ruler is the rainy season. The lightnings are his auburn eyes, the clouds are his armor, the thunder in his voice are the rainbow in his arrow. Surrounded by his hosts, he reigns incessantly. He has 12 wives. 1. Nabha Shri. 2. Nabhasya Shri. 3. Svarasya. 4. Rasya Salini. 5. Amba. 6. Dula. 7. Niratni. 8. Abramanti. 9. Mega Yantika. 10. Varsayanti. 11. Chivunika. And 12. Varidara. Some say Maramata. All the trees here are always seen with new leaves and entwined with new creepers. The whole site is covered all over with fresh green leaves and twigs. The rivers here always flow full, and the current is strong indeed. The tanks here are very dirty, like the minds of worldly persons attached to worldly things. The devotees of the Devi, the Siddhas and the Devas, and those that consecrated in their lifetimes tanks, wells, and reservoirs for the satisfaction of the Devas dwell here with their wives. O king, next to this brass enclosure comes the 6th enclosure wall made of 5-fold irons. It is 7 yojanas long. In the center is situated the garden of Mandara trees. This garden is beautified by various creepers, flowers, and leaves. The autumn season lives here with his 2 wives, Isa Lakshmi and Urja Lakshmi, and he is the ruler. Various Siddha persons dwell here with their wives, well clothed. O king, next to this comes the 7th enclosure wall, 7 yojanas long and built of silver. In the center is situated the garden of Parijata trees. They are filled with bunches of flowers. The fragrance of these Parijatas extend up to the 10 yojanas and gladden all the things all around. Those who are the Devi Bhaktas and who do the works of the Devi are delighted with this fragrance. The Himanta, dewy season, is the regent of this place. He lives here with his 2 wives, Sahashri and Sahasyashri, with his host. Those who are of a loving nature are pleased hereby. Those who have become perfect by performing the vratas of the Devi live here also. O king, next to this silver, there comes the 8th enclosure wall built of molten gold. It is 7 yojanas long. In the center there is the garden of the Kadamba tree. The tree are always covered with fruits and flowers, and the honey is coming out always from the trees from all the sides. The devotees of the Devi drink this honey always and feel intense delight. The dewy season in the regent of this place. He resides here with his 2 wives, Tapashri and Tapasyashri, and his various hosts, and enjoys gladly various objects of enjoyments. Those who had made various gifts for the Devi's satisfaction, those great Siddha Purusas live here with their wives and relatives very gladly in various enjoyments. O king, Next to this golden enclosure well comes the ninth enclosure made of red kumkum like saffron, pusparaga gems. The ground inside this enclosure, the ditches or the basins for water dug round their roots are all built of pusparaga gems. Next to this wall, there are other enclosure walls built of various other gems and jewels. The sites, forests, trees, flowers, birds, rivers, tanks, lotuses, mandapas, halls, and their pillars, all are built respectively of those gems. Only this is to be remembered, that those coming nearer and nearer to the center are 1,00,000 times more brilliant than the ones receding from them. This is the general rule observed in the construction of these enclosures and the articles contained therein. Here the regions of the several quarters, the Dikpalas, representing the sum total of the several Dikpalas of every Brahmanda, and their guardians reside. On the eastern quarter is situated the Amaravati city. Here the high-peaked mountains exist and various trees are seen. Indra, the lord of the Devas, dwells here. Whatever beauty exists in the separate heavens, in the several places 1,000 times, rather more than that exists in the heaven of this cosmic Indra, the thousand-eyed here. Here Indra, mounting on the elephant Aryavata, with thunderbolt in his hand, lives with Sachi Devi and other immortal ladies, and with the hosts of the Deva forces. On the Agni, southeastern corner, is the city of Agni. This represents the sum total of the several cities of Agni in different Brahmandas. Here resides the Agni Deva very gladly with his two wives, Swaha and Svadha, and with his Vahana and the other Devas. On the south is situated the city of Yama, the god of death. Here lives Dharmaraja with rod in his hand, and with Chitragupta and several other hosts. On the southwestern corner is the place of the Rakshasas. Here resides Niriti with his axe in his hand and with his wife and other Rakshasas. On the west is the city of Varuna. Here Varuna Raja resides with his wife Varuni, and intoxicated with the drink of Varuni honey. His weapon is the noose. His Vahana is the king of fishes, and his subjects are the aquatic animals. On the northwestern corner dwells Vayudeva. Here Pavanadeva lives with his wife and with the yogis perfect in the practice of pranayama. He holds a flag in his hand. His Vahana is deer, and his family consists of the 49 Vayus. On the north resides the Yakshas. The corpulent king of the Yakshas, Kuvera, lives here with his Shaktis Vriddhi and Riddhi, and in possession of various gems and jewels. His generals Manibhadra, Purnabhadra, Maniman, Manikandara, Manibhusa, Mani Sragvi, Manikar, Mukhadhari, etc. live here. On the northeastern corner is situated the Rudraloka, decked with invaluable gems. Here dwells the Rudra Deva. On his back is kept the arrow case, and he holds a bow in his left hand. He looks very angry, and his eyes are red with anger. There are other Rudras like him with bows and spears and other weapons surrounding him. The faces of some of them are distorted. Some are very horrible indeed. Fire is coming out of the mouths of some others. Some have 10 hands, some have 100 hands, and some have 1,000 hands. Some have 10 feet, some have 10 heads, whereas some others have 3 eyes. Those who roam in the intermediate spaces between the heaven and earth Those who move on the earth, or the Rudras mentioned in the Rudradhyas, all live here. O King Isana, the regent of the northeastern quarter, lives here with Bhadrakali and other Matriganas, with kotis and kotis of Rudranis, and with Dhamaris and Virabhadras and various other Shaktis. On his neck there is a garland of skulls. On his hand there is a ring of snakes. He wears a tiger skin. His upper clothing is a tiger skin, and his body is smeared with the ashes of the dead. He sounds frequently his damaru. The sound reverberates on all sides. He makes big laughs called atahasya, reverberating through the heavens. He remains always surrounded with paramatas and bhutas. They live here. Here ends the 10th chapter of the 12th book on the description of Manidvipa in the Mahapuranam Srimad Devi Bhagavatam of 18,000 verses by Maharishi Vedvyasa. Om Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadrakali Kabhakti Swaswara Namaste. Om Jitum Devi Chamuni Chabudati Jisabha Om Mangale Mahakale Shive Sarvata Sadakishanya. Hari Om. Tuya Mata Chapita Tumeva Tuya Bandusha Chasakatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat.